Michael here from the Roof Guys, and this is your roof. Ridge venting goes all along the top. The hottest of the air just naturally rises out of that. This is an older metal system. The new systems are called Cobra. They have a matching shingle that goes over it, so it helps reflect the sun a lot better and helps your attic breathe a lot better. This here is the missing shingles that you had there. You can see the exposed nails. You did a good job putting some Flex Seal over it to help with that. This duct is more than likely leaking just because it's got such a high rise right here. So the water's probably finding its way back in there during high winds. We'll replace this gooseneck for you and reseal it watertight. The plumbing boots, that's where your sink breathes, so it doesn't bubble your tub, everything like that. A lot of times I'll find frogs living in them. They get so big they can't even make it back out. You can see here where the squirrel chewed on it. The new guard will be made of a different material, and it'll have a guard on top of it, so that'll help. Here it looks like there might have been another panel here at one point or mounted. The pool panels, we can remove them if you're no longer going to use them, but sounds like the system's working good. So you just call a solar panel company, Solar Track, something like that, and they will remove them, reseal them, replace them. These low slope areas here, it takes the longest for the water to dry. So we're going to protect all of that with ice and water barrier. All these valleys, the low slope area underneath the cricket there. A lot of common areas for leaks. 36 inches of ice and water barrier will go down this valley. We'll also put it in the low slopes. You don't currently have that right now. It's just felt like a paper underneath. And then along here is where we see leaks a lot too. So we'll get that ice and water barrier all the way under there. Another thing that we do that's above and beyond is we replace all the drip edge that goes around your house. It's not code yet, so some roofers will say we'll replace it like at this section here where there are not gutters, but they don't replace it at the gutters. A lot of times you'll find rotted out wood within the first 10 years of the roof's life if you don't replace the drip edge. So I highly recommend that. Some more missing shingles up here. The satellite dish, we'll remove it. We just don't reinstall it. So you'd have to call DirecTV and arrange for them to come back out, reinstall it. A lot of people have been putting them in their yards instead of back up on the roof, just because they got to make holes in the roof in order to mount it. That's a potential leak. This right here is your dryer vent. They recommend that you clean this out every year and a half, because they start to cake up with all this lint. Yours is completely plugged, so it probably takes a while for your dryer to dry. You get that cleaned out. We do it for $89. Yeah, and that'll help the dry times cut down. Some more squirrel damage there. This plumbing boot's even bigger, so it'll be really nice to get a guard on that one. Snakes, frogs, lizards, as you can imagine, whatever can fit down that hole will go down there with no guard on it. This plumbing boot, they completely ate all the way around. The squirrels more than likely. As far as back here, so a lot of this leak is coming in the valley, and it could be going underneath the addition there, just that water running underneath there. But either way, we'll be sure to get some good ice and water barrier, some bull tar to seal that up best as we can. Maybe we'll even talk about putting some roll-on bit mod above there, because it doesn't seem like these seams are very good either. So maybe we can quote you, get some roll-on right there, get all the water to go to this super gutter here and wash out. We'll protect the screens, make sure there's no punctures, but all in all, that's your roof.